Hi, welcome to The Road Least Traveled. My name is Suli and I'm your host. In this podcast, I share with you what I've learned from my journey of self-awareness and spiritual awakening, and also some simple and practical tips to help you in your own journey. So stay with me. Let's work this thing out together. Okay, so let's get to the signs of spiritual awakening to help you recognize some of them. They're not in any particular order because the purpose of this list is just to help you recognize some of them so you feel less alone and so you know there's nothing to be afraid of or to stress about. Here goes. 1. Your whole life comes crashing down. You lose everything that was important to you. And this happens very suddenly and very fast, like in a span of days or within a month or two. You won't even know what hit you and you'll be in shock. 2. Your friends start vanishing for no apparent reason and you feel abandoned. But don't blame them, it's not their fault. It's just the universe putting into action, what you prayed for. Once you ask for something, don't micromanage the universe. 3. You begin to see that those friendships were based on your old life that operated through unhealed wounds, drama, and the ego. 4. You feel very alone because even your closest friends don't seem to truly understand what you're going through. And I want to elaborate a bit on this because it's very important that you understand so you don't panic. Friends who haven't awakened, and I'm not judging anyone here, I'm just stating the facts, yeah? Friends and family who haven't awakened will say things from their own perspective, which is of no help to you because they have their own unresolved and unrecognized stuff. They are also speaking from a place of pain. You'll find that you have the answers when you stop looking externally. 5. You'll find that a lot of things that you used to do in the past now feels that there's just no point. 6. You'll still rather be alone than to meet up with friends you used to have a lot in common with, such as hanging out in cafes, going out drinking, gossiping, complaining, any kind of activity really that you feel is now a total waste of time. 7. You start to see a lot of synchronicities, recurring numbers, and number patterns. These are meaningful coincidences that are only meaningful to you. 8. And then all of a sudden, these messages seem to just stop abruptly. And you think you imagined it all, or you feel that the angels have abandoned you. But don't worry, the initial flurry of divine messages was to hit you like a ton of bricks to get you to wake up. And when it stops, it just means that you're ready for the next stage. 9. You're totally honest with yourself, no matter how uncomfortable it feels. 10. Everything that was meaningful to you no longer is. 11. If you had a strong sense of who you were, you now have no idea. 12. You have more of a sense of perspective than you did before. You understand everyone's point of view. Now, you may not agree, but you understand. 13. You see through people's facades, their insecurities, fears, and motivations much clearer than before. You see beneath the surface. 14. You have an indescribable bond with nature. You're in awe of its beauty. You appreciate not only its beauty, but also its harshness and all the scary parts that come with it. 15. You know the difference between intuition and ego-based thoughts. 16. You start making decisions based on something other than fear. 17. You see that everyone is just playing a role. The thief, the baker, the vicar's wife, the tech billionaire, the princess, the soldier, the good Samaritan. They're just different skins in this thing we call life. 18. You see the bigger picture and you don't take things personally. 19. Your understanding of time changes. You use time only to be punctual and to keep a schedule, but apart from that, linear time is no longer meaningful to you. 20. You're a lot calmer. You see that inaction is more effective than action when it comes to dealing with difficult or unawakened people. 21. You take better care of yourself physically, mentally, and spiritually in equal measures. without favoring one over another. 22. You stop being judgmental and become more discerning. 23. You see beauty more profoundly. It affects you on a deeper level. 24. You no longer compare yourself to those that are more successful than you or less fortunate than you. 25. You're happy in your own company, and even the possibility of not seeing another human being ever again doesn't freak you out. 26. You see your past traumas and the harm that people have done to you as blessings because the harm they did was what brought about your awakening. 27. You find that without even realizing it on a conscious level, you've forgiven them and you bear no resentment. 28. You understand the difference between faith and fatalism. 29. You understand that spiritual growth is not everyone's purpose in this life. 30. You know that the most powerful way to make the world a better place is to work on your own spiritual growth. Okay, so there are many more signs as we go through the stages, but these are just a few to assure you that you're on the right path. Just trust the process. Well, I hope you resonate with some of these signs and that you got some value out of this. Speak to you soon. Take care and bye for now. Thank you for listening. If you found this helpful, please share it.